Hi, welcome back. My name is Nathaniel, and in this video I'm going to talk with you about device drivers. In the past videos we demonstrate how to install Windows as a virtual machine under VirtualBox. But when we are installing Windows, even in a virtual environment or on physical computers, we need to install device drivers. So basically, what is device drivers? Device driver is a piece of code that is written by a developer that allows the application or the user or the operating system itself to interact and work properly with the hardware. This picture that I found at Microsoft website demonstrates the connection between the device, the hardware itself, the driver. This is the piece of code that written by the developer. Most of the times it's the hardware vendor that write the piece of code, and the operating system and the application. There is interaction between them. So let's think about a use case for using a device driver properly. So basically we can think about anything you want. Let's say a personal game. Okay, so you download your favorite graphic game and you want to use it and to enjoy all the colors and the speed and the effects. So basically you need to install and use two main device drivers. One, of course, is the display adapter, the graphical physical adapter or the virtual adapter that is installed in your computer. So you need the device driver for the video card. And if you want to hear the effects, let's say you download a game that use sounds, so you need also to install the audio card device drivers so you can enjoy the music or the effects from your game. So this is just one example. Of course, if you got external devices such as, let's say, printer, and you want to use Microsoft Word or Notepad or other application to print to your printer, so you need to plug in the device and install the driver. It's important to say that most of the operating systems today, including Windows, are able to support plug and play and plug and detect technologies. So if your computer is internet connected, most of the time you can enjoy the detection and the installation of device drivers automatically. But not in every situation the operating system can detect and install properly the device driver. So after that I talked a little bit about the theoretic part of what's a device driver. I want to show you something. So if we are going to the virtual machine that we installed earlier, we can see that right now on this PC, on the Windows server, I'll do a right click and choose manage, or I want to show you another nice direct place. You can click the start and go to device manager. This is the most quickest option to get there. And let's say that right now you want to see the display adapter driver. So you see it under the display adapters, and this is a Microsoft Basic display adapter driver. This is a generic driver, and this is not the original device driver of the VirtualBox. So in order to install the proper device driver, we got two main options. One is to use the original installation media. So I'll write it here down. One, it's use original driver on the installation package or media. So this is the easy one, and I will demonstrate it in a minute. And the second option is to find and detect and download manually the device driver. Okay, sorry for the wrong word, I fixed that. So this is the hard part, but again, because this is a track for ID fundamentals, so as the fundamental part is to do the hard search and detect. I believe in personal life also that when we are working hard and finding something, we value it more. So we can value a device driver more because it's rare and we cannot find it easily. So I will try to make a copy of the package that I found and to save it for later use. So I'll demonstrate two ways, the easy one and the hard one. So let's go again to the virtual machine, and here we can see this display adapter is a Microsoft Basic display adapter, which is the default device driver, and we can see there is unknown device that the operating system don't know how to handle with. So in that case of the VirtualBox, I'm going to input devices and going to insert guest edition CD image, and I'm going to this PC and just starting the auto run of the installation by double click, and this Oracle VM VirtualBox guest editions is the let's say device drivers that we can get easily with our computer and to install all the necessary drivers automatically. So I will show you that. So I clicking on next again, and here I can see that the virtual guest edition main files and the direct 3D, which is, this support is designed for graphic use, and I'm clicking on install, and all the drivers are installed. You can see the DLL file extension. I will move it a little bit, and SYS. So DLL, it's Windows device library, and SYS, it's a system driver most of the time. So again, the operating system asking to install device software. I click on install and always trust Oracle because this source is a valid source. Let's see the WDDM, it's the Windows Display Device Module, and installed successfully as well, and the application finished the installation of the drivers and asked me to reboot. I'll do it manually later because I want to show you the device manager right now. So you can see that the unknown device became the virtual guest device, and look what happened to my Microsoft base display adapter. It changed to VirtualBox graphics adapter. So after I'll restart the computer, I will get better performance and better options to use with the application or the games that I will install on this virtual machine against the virtual hardware of this VM. So I just want to show you that. So let's say this is the easy way. Okay, you got the installation media, the installation package, just click next, don't think much, and you take advantage of the device drivers. But life isn't that easy, and that's the reason for this video. So let's imagine that I don't have on my PC the display adapter driver of this Intel HD graphics, and I want to search at the web and to find it. So I got two options. One, I know exactly what the hardware manufacturer and the let's say the module, and I'm navigating to the vendor's website and downloading the device driver. This is easy. I will show you that because I got knowledge and understanding what to find and where to find. But let's say I don't know anything. This is unknown device. So I'm going to this device driver and right click and choose properties. I'm going to the details tab and I'm choosing hardware IDs. Here I can see VEN underscore, VEN stands for vendor, and dev, which stands for device ID, underscore, and there is a number. So I'll go to my browser and I can go to websites such as devicehunt.com and to type here the vendor ID and the device ID that we found earlier. So Intel, it's 8086 and my device ID, and I will show you that again. Okay, vendor ID and the device ID, here they are, and I'll click on search. From there I can see that this is HD graphics and the vendor it's Intel. So let's say that right now I got all this information. I just copy or go to search Google for this HD graphics driver, and I can see easily that I can download it. So I verify that I'm download this from a valid website. In that case, this is intel.com. Choosing my operating system, in that case Intel make it easy for me. This is Windows 10 64-bit. This is a beta driver, but I can use a stable driver. So I use that driver and I can click here at the side on download to download the driver, and that's it. So basically in that in this video I show you how to find device drivers and how to install it. So after I finish downloading this device driver, I can just double click and install it like in the easy way that I show you, that I do next and then restart for the computer. And we talked about the hard way of finding manually and detect the hardware and the vendor IDs from the device manager manually, and googling it or going to website like Device Hunt and searching for the drivers. So basically thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.